Are back. Curtis Elliott in the house. Welcome, Curtis.
Thank you, sir.
And Hotbox Car is joining us today. Not the one with the mask there, but the one with the green hat over here.
No, but I'm kind of jealous of this deep sea diving mask this guy's got on. I might have to get myself one of those.
It's free. I think you got it. It's in your list.
Oh, okay. Though nobody will get to see my pretty face then. So.
Yeah, I was gonna say, don't tell him that, man. He's gonna end up walking around like Cowboy Bob.
Are we ready to play some poker?
Let's go.
Alright, Curtis finding us a table over here. We're gonna sit down, play some ring poker, and chat up the hobby and sports in general. Baseball starts up tomorrow, boys.
Yay!
Dodgers Giants starts off the season. I'll take a 3-0 start.
Yankees Nationals too.
Well, there's the Nationals Yankees at 7.
Yeah.
And then the Giants and Dodgers are 10.
Right.
I'll absolutely take a 3-0 start, though.
Excuse me. 3-0 start my butt. Johnny Cueto is gonna rock you guys tomorrow night.
Yeah, he doesn't have the crowd to mess him up.
I know.
That quick pitch stuff he does is pretty cool.
Yeah.
Remember, he started in Cincinnati.
Yeah,
that's true.
He started all that
and
stuff.
Then he got smart and left.
They traded him.
Yeah, but I'm sure he demanded a trade, probably.
Yeah, probably.
Dodgers in talks with Mookie Betts on a 13-year deal. What do you guys think of that?
I think he signed it. I just seen he signed it. I think he signed it.
13 years, the offer that Bryce Harper wouldn't take.
Well, I told you he'd stay in L.A. I knew he wouldn't go back to Boston. Boston's in a lot of financial trouble right now.
Mm-hmm.
Well, eventually I think the Dodgers are going to end up, some of their guys are going to have to leave. They can't pay everybody.
Yeah.
And they're going to be in trouble in about 3-4 years when, like, Seager and all them come up. And...
Where are you at, Dave?
I'm here. It's just making me wait. You guys are too quick. Seager's batting like 700 right now. It's insane.
Wow.
He's like Curtis on Road to the Show.
Except that he's a real player.
Darn it! Curtis is real, man.
Well, that's true. The German Giant is real.
Alright, we're calling. Everybody's in. Curtis with his 2-3. Ooh.
Who's got the hearts?
I have no heart, so probably not me.
Me neither. That means Curtis has them all.
I don't have any hearts.
Oh, you liar.
I told you.
Pair of jacks showing.
Well, Dave's got jacks. Don't let him lie to you.
Welcome
you think he does?
Welcome to the Poker Chromies, everyone. Wednesday nights. Curtis doing his DDP impression.
Got to do a little yoga. That's bad. There's 4 hearts and I don't have one.
Somebody just needs 1 heart here.
As soon as somebody's bid, we're all going to fold, so.
Yeah, nobody betting Kurt's going to get this on high
card. None of us had hearts.
That's funny.
Wow. Nobody had hearts.
Well, I'll take ace high.
I had a 3 high. Not very good. That's why I was waiting for one of you guys to bet so I could fold.
Well, we do that a lot in tournaments.
Yeah.
Somebody please bet so I can fold.
Don't forget to check out hotboxcards.net. Hotbox Cards, what you got coming up this month?
Just posted a video for our August box. We're doing Red Hot August, where every box is going to have a free Topps Fire card.
Oh.
Plus, I'm giving out a bunch of box toppers, and I got some 23 karat gold cards going out. August is going to be pretty hot for us.
Bling bling, nice.
I even told everybody, please wear gloves when you pull it out of the mailbox this month. Because I am not responsible if you burn yourself this month.
Alright, sounds like definite fire, man. Baseball, football, and basketball. Hotboxcards.net. Check them out. That is not a hand I want to play. Curtis running the table just like always. Don't let the man fool you.
Bull crap. That's why you have 900,000 chips, and I have 14,000.
Curtis likes to go to the club afterwards.
Yeah.
That's where I was. I was at the club right before we did this.
See? Getting champagne
Curtis,
service.
Curtis hustled me on NBA 2K22. So when he tells you he's not good at it, he is lying. He's good. I was like, oh, I'll take it easy on you then, Curtis. And he's like, destroys me.
It was fun, though.
For you.
I tried telling you guys, Curtis, man, be saying I'm good, but he's the one running stuff.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Curtis gracious enough to gift me that Mookie Betts short print we pulled earlier today. Appreciate that, sir. Thank you.
Not a problem, buddy. I knew it'd be good, your PC.
Was that out of 2020 Tops, or?
Yeah. Top Series 2.
I did pull a Josh Hader short print, but not really worth too much.
Yeah,
I like the...
It was just Curtis and Robert for the auction today, so we opened up a couple boxes for those guys.
Really?
Where was
Robert
everybody?
Jenkins was on your stream. I'm shocked.
Where was everybody today?
I don't know.
I was going to get on, and then I forgot.
Well, like 2 or 3 people. It's usually 15 or 20.
Yeah.
Sounds like it would have been a good option for me to get on, though.
Well, yeah, you could grab all kinds of stuff.
I know.
Curtis got a Reggie Jackson short print.
Yes, sir.
Robert got the Topps Chrome Turkey Red of Eloy Jimenez.
Ooh.
There was some nice stuff in the auction.
Yeah. They'll be there Sunday morning, except for those 2 cards.
Yeah.
Hey, I won 225 chips.
Nice.
Hotbox winning with ace high.
Yes. No, I had a pair.
Oh, Dave.
Oh, Curtis getting all excited, trying to run this thing. I would say Hotbox Cars could join us, but we're usually up past his bedtime playing poker.
Yeah. Some of us live on the East Coast and have to work tomorrow, so...
Yeah, I live on the East Coast and still stay up till 5 in the morning.
Well, not me.
I always
I
felt
need my
bad.
beauty sleep, man.
I always felt bad for you guys, man. Like, our games would be going to like 2 in the morning on the West Coast, and I'd be like, it's got to be like 5 in the morning on the East Coast. It's crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's why it's hard for me to watch any Giants games. Though I did sign up for the T-Mobile thing today.
Good.
Yeah, it's also for Sprint, too, because Sprint merged with T-Mobile, so if you have Sprint, you can get it also.
Yeah, I just seen it. They sent me an email today because I wanted to buy the package because I have AT&T, and the package is only $60, so I'm gonna get the packages.
Yeah. Okay,
Dave,
this
look
guy's
what I
wearing
have.
a shirt that says war.
Dave, look what I had.
He's your younger brother over here with the little
Dave
head.
had pocket deuces.
Oh, man. Poker Chromies every Wednesday. Tomorrow afternoon, 4:30 or 2:30 p.m. Mountain Time will be the everybody's golf. If we get enough people, I will sit out and we will do a Iron Man. If we just get 3 of us, then I'll just we'll just play a round of golf.
Yeah, sounds good to me.
Did you guys notice the guy beside me does not have a hand, he has a hook.
Hook, yeah.
Yeah. That's a little freaky. Watch, there he goes. See, look, he's got a hook.
It's easier to tap.
I guess. Though I'd be afraid to get my hook stuck in the table.
Think of what the ladies think.
Probably the word ouch comes to mind.
Who had the detachable penis song?
Oh, detachable penis. I remember that song too. People used to play it at my bar. I'll have to look it up while we're playing here.
Folding the Curtis special here, 10-5.
Did you really?
And Curtis is going to look it up too. That's funny.
Yeah, you got me intrigued.
All right, Hotbox. Curtis Elliott still in it. Hotbox raises to 50. Big money. No whammies.
Mr. Hook's out.
Oh, I'm gonna go.
And two pair with winning with a jack.
Yes.
Oh, yeah, Jack.
And Mr. Jack.
He was clapping with his hook.
I did see that. That had to hurt, I think.
No, Curtis, you're going to get me a copyright
That's
strike.
all. That's all. That's all. That's all. You got 7 seconds. I know the real. Yeah, King Missile. Never heard of it. That's it, one hit. That wasn't even a hit. It was a cult hit. First time I ever heard it was on USA Night Flight. Y'all guys remember that?
Ooh, no.
On USA Network.
Back before they had Raw, probably.
That's back when videos were still on TV. Like Night Tracks on TBS. All that good stuff. MTV was just starting.
It's like USA's version of Soul Train, but it was rock. Thoughts on Gavin Lux not making the team for the Dodgers?
I think a lot of it has to do with, how many years of service you have and them trying to save money.
I also think there's loaded.
Well, that too. They're loaded, yeah.
Yeah, Kike,
But you can't
Max
tell me
Muncy.
Gavin Lux shouldn't be on that team. Now, I'm a little biased because I have him in a couple of my fantasy baseball leagues, so.
Dave got me.
Yeah, Kike, Chris Taylor, and Max Muncy will be splitting time at second base.
I do have a lot of Max Muncy cards, so that might be good for me.
He's been all right, just he doesn't get a lot of playing time because all those guys split time over there.
Right.
Did anybody watch today's other? I don't know if I should mention his YouTube channel or not. He's a famous baseball pitcher that opens baseball cards. Anyway,
Nolan Ryan.
Did you guys watch his today? He opened that new Top Sterling.
No.
I was gonna say, what did he open? Bowman Sapphire again?
Yeah, he's done with Sapphire. It's Top Sterling.
I saw he had like some major hit or something.
Yeah, he got a. It was huge. I can't even think of what it was. He got a Hank Aaron. Oh, Edgar Martinez bat relic had his name. Edgar Martinez off the bat. It was really cool. 101.
Really?
Yeah, it was really, really cool. They got a Hank Aaron dual relic autograph. Some cool cards, but I don't justify the price to get those cards.
Was he weighing packs again?
I don't know. This is Sterling.
NASCAR in the house. Welcome, NASCAR. Good to watch.
Is that the first person to come to the stream?
It is.
It is. We should give him a prize.
Yes.
I'm not going to be the one to give it to him.
I was going to say, Hotbox volunteering to give you a prize over here, NASCAR.
No, I'm just giving away your stuff, Dave. It's your channel.
Pair of sixes.
Wow, I had A6 and folded.
Yeah,
Oh, I won. Look at that.
I had 10 jack and I folded right before the river.
I'm doing pretty good.
Yeah, you got it up there.
You are getting up there.
Poker Chromies, sitting back, playing poker, talking about the hobby and sports in general.
Basketball starts next weekend. Not this one coming up, but next weekend.
Yep, lots of good stuff coming up.
A lot of sports to watch on TV. I just don't know if it's going to be the same without a crowd. I know they're popping in the noise in the baseball
I think the noise helps.
a little bit.
Yeah.
Like once teams start getting to like 5 and 15, like are they gonna care anymore? You know, it's a short
Right.
season.
Probably not.
Yeah, it's they interviewed Joey Votto and he said that's the most important thing of this season is your first 15 to 20 games.
Yep.
Yeah.
If
You
you're
might
right
see a
around,
lot of surprises, though, in baseball. Because all it takes is one team to get hot in the beginning, and they're good.
Mm-hmm.
thoughts on no longer having starting pitchers. Teams are thinking about not setting lineups for the starting pitchers, not telling teams ahead of time, and possibly not having starters.
Well, the Rays kind of did that last couple years, haven't they?
Mm-hmm. I mean,
They would
there-
start with their
closer.
Yeah, they start with their closer, and then move on from there.
yeah, I mean, there is a closer position. Could we see an opener position, just for one inning, shut the teams down?
Could be.
I don't know. I like the starters.
But, you know, just like everything else, you got to change with the times.
Well, that's true.
If you don't have that one or two star pitchers, you got to do what you got to do, right?
Yeah. Well, it's such a short season. It's not going to hurt anybody.
If your teams are always down 6-0 after the first couple innings, why not throw your closer out there to try to shut people down right away?
Yeah.
Or maybe get a better starter.
That's true. I mean, it's been tradition that teams tell each other who's going to play, but
Yeah.
a lot of teams are thinking of not doing it. Like, that's part of the appeal is, oh, Kershaw versus whoever, you know?
Yeah.
Well, I think it helps with attendance when you announce the pitchers at a time, but now with no attendance for this year, it might be a better strategy not to announce it.
Yeah, home field advantage might not be an advantage so much this year.
Plus, it makes somebody tune into the game just to see.
Yeah.
I mean, Hotbox has said before he saw two great pitchers go head-to-head, and they both bombed, so it's not a guarantee.
Yeah, but I mean, a lot of people went to that game just because it was Bumgarner and Strasburg going at each other.
Mm-hmm.
If it was two other guys, probably attendance would not have been as high.
Oh, what sucks about the
Hotbox
first,
did
NASCAR? He's asking, do you know what sucks about the first? So I'm asking him. He's Facebook posting me. Oh, life, and then just leave it at that. You know.
Hotbox, you been to a Giants game in San Francisco?
No, I've never been to San Francisco. Been to LA,
Yeah.
but I've never been to San Francisco. But that's one of my bucket list things to do is go see a game out there.
It's pretty cool. It's really cool. Nobody drinks beer, though. They all drink wine.
Oh, that's fine. I'm not much of a beer drinker anymore, so. Plus,
Yeah,
it's
it's-
too expensive at a game, anyways.
I went to an afternoon game, so everybody was drinking wine.
Oh, okay.
Curtis, guess what baseball's doing?
What?
Dodger game had cutouts.
What?
It's benefiting charities.
You gonna do it?
I'm thinking about it.
How much are they?
I don't know. I'll have to find out.
Yeah.
But yeah, we saw it on the game last night. They had cutouts benefiting some
That'd be
charity.
so cool.
Can't believe everybody folded. I had 3 queens that hand.
That's why we folded.
Darn.
Queens means Curtis just left those in the club.
But Dave, I'm telling you, you missed out on a heck of a trademark right there.
Yep.
Hotbox Dave came up with that cardboard cutout long before anybody else.
Really? Maybe you should sue.
We were talking. Well, this was when things were just starting to shut down, and wrestling had announced that they weren't having any crowd. They were going to do it without a crowd. Dave said they ought to put cutouts of people in there and pay to get your face on there.
Yeah.
Sure enough, 3 months later, they're all doing it.
Oh my goodness.
Oh, that sucks, NASCAR. NASCAR says he's got to move out of his house by the 1st. I'm sorry, brother.
Oh, sorry, buddy.
Times are not good right now. I think it's projected 26 million people are going to be homeless by the end of the year.
Yep. Well,
I thought they can't, at least I think in Pennsylvania, they can't evict people right now because of COVID.
It expires July 31st. That's why everybody's getting kicked out on the 1st.
That's a shame.
It is. It's beautiful.
So, Dave, you and I are playing first week in fantasy baseball. You know that.
Yeah, I think I cried to Curtis about that.
You already cried. Okay.
Like, oh, Curtis, we're going to be 3-0, and I get to go 1-0 in fantasy.
Oh, you are not going 1-0. Mike Yastrzemski is going deep tomorrow, let me tell you.
Oh, my. 4 spades and nobody had one.
Yep. Baby Yaz. We'll see how good he does, man.
Yeah.
What, did he spend like 10 years in the minors?
Yeah, I think so. I just picked him up at the end, you know.
29-year-old rookie.
I'm hoping for my Tebow appearance.
They'll bring him up. I guarantee they'll bring him up if they start joking.
And my
they'll bring him up just for people to be watching.
And my sleeper Aquino pick.
Oh yeah, they'll bring him up too.
Yeah, I was surprised by the one guy kept picking all the rookies like in the first couple rounds. Did he know it was fantasy baseball and not like baseball cards?
Hey,
when he was
Robert's
doing the
been
draft?
crushing stuff, man. I'm kind of scared of South of the Borders team.
Really?
Yeah, he's got a stacked team.
They're rookies. He picked him. He picked somebody else too, like right after that, I think.
You know, all the fantasy football guys said that, and they all laughed at me when I took Kareem Hunt and Leonard Fournette their rookie year, and I ended up winning that whole thing, man.
Well, rookie running backs are a little different than rookie baseball players, you know.
All right.
It's like taking a rookie quarterback, you know, in the NFL. You don't take rookie quarterbacks in fantasy football because they usually don't do very well.
True.
But maybe he can make me eat my words. I don't know, but we'll see.
Let's see, what can we bet here? I will bet... I'll buy a football box 1 month if he gets a higher record than you.
Really? Okay. And I will be a Patreon member of yours for a couple months if he has a better record than me.
All right. You guys heard it here.
Yep.
You and your mom been looking for a new house, but no luck? I'm sorry, brother. Hopefully something will turn up. I know she just got that job, so...
Maybe that'll help.
Yeah, hopefully that'll help, man.
What do you have over there, Curtis? What do you have? You have something good.
I don't know what you're talking about, man.
He's got the Curtis special, probably.
I'm calling. Oh, he's laughing at me now. I think I might be in trouble.
No, you got me. You got me like...
Oh, there we go.
I'm pocket jacks.
I'm tearing up tonight.
You are, man.
I
You
know.
stand up and come back down.
As
Yeah,
Robert
Jeff Jarrett
Jenkins
over
would
there.
probably say, I'm cheating.
He had old Double J Jeff Jarrett over there.
Yeah. J-E-double-F, J-A-double-R-E-double-T. It's Jeff Jarrett.
One of the biggest pricks in wrestling.
Really? Well, he had a lot of alcohol problems. That might just be an excuse.
Yeah.
Oh, he took Kurt Angle's old lady.
Yeah, he did.
Let's see. Favorite pre-Attitude Era wrestler. German Giant doesn't count.
Oh. Well, do you consider Bret Hart a pre-Attitude Era?
He would be new generation, yeah. So yeah.
Yeah, I would definitely Bret Hart then.
Man.
Was Curtis saying those prayers and eating those vitamins?
I did. I grew up and just Hulk Hogan was my hero when I was growing up. So simple as that.
Let me tell you something, mean Hotbox.
You know, I grew up in the '80s, so it was perfect.
See, I was growing up around then too, but I was one of those kids who hated Hulk Hogan.
Oh,
I
yeah?
did not like him at all.
Wow.
I preferred Piper. Yeah.
Nice.
When Hogan really hit, it was like '86 or so.
Yeah.
I was like 14, so.
Well, I was always upset with him that he took Bob Backlund's rematch with the Iron Sheik, and I never forgave him for that. Because there was always a rule in wrestling: if you lost the title, you had the first rematch. And Backlund lost, and he was too hurt, and he told Hogan, "Take my shot at Madison Square Garden," and that's where Hogan wins the title. And Backlund never got his shot with Hogan again.
Wow. That's Vince McMahon. That's not Hogan.
Well, I know, but as a 7, 8-year-old, you know, you don't really know that stuff.
True.
But it just soured me on Hogan the whole time.
Curtis's buddy Danny's in the house. Welcome, Danny.
Oh, what's up?
Oh man, Hotbox's #1 fan.
That's Robert Jenkins, my #1 fan.
We are poker chroming it up, letting Hotbox take all our money over here. Well, I don't know about letting, but he's doing it.
Yeah.
Oh, not that time.
Oh, somebody took my money.
Oh.
Somehow we ended up with a full table.
Yeah.
Pretty cool.
Got a Captain Hook.
Who keeps impaling himself?
You have to put a rubber tip on it or something. Piece
That's
of
what she
eraser.
said.
Alright, Curtis, where's your rings, man? You still don't have it on.
I forgot to put it on. Dang it.
And you can't get up, otherwise it'll make you wait 15 minutes.
I might get up in a minute anyway. I only got 367 chips. Nothing's falling from me.
Alright, were you guys NWO-ing it when it came out?
Absolutely.
Definitely. I was in college when that hit really big. So we would watch that every Monday.
I was in the
back and
Army,
forth.
and all of us would get together on one floor and watch it.
It's one of the first angles where you didn't know if it was legit or not,
Right.
you know? That really helped out quite a bit.
Yeah,
Which was
well,
actually a copy of a Japanese angle Bischoff got from.
Yeah, they worked it pretty
Absolutely.
hard there, man.
Yeah.
I loved it when it was Hogan.
But then, like all good things in WCW, they overdid it, and it died and killed the company, basically.
Yeah.
Well, they
We
gave
started having
a lot of those
3
guys
different
creative
factions.
control.
Yeah,
that's
that-
right. That's right.
That's stupid. And then they gave some of them contracts where if anybody else was signed, they got a bonus, or they always had to be the highest guy. So anytime
Yeah.
they signed anybody, their salaries just went up.
Oh my gosh.
I don't think I had too much of a problem with that, only in the fact that, like they're all working towards the same thing. So if the ratings were up and they were doing good, but giving these guys control like that, where they were changing matches last second. That was dumb.
Yeah.
This guy's got a 9, I'm screwed. But if he doesn't, I've got 2 pair. I'm going for it.
Well, in that case, I'm folding.
Thank you for your money, Curtis.
No problem. I'll stand up and sit back down. Oh, man, y'all kill me. Bunch of aces over there.
Yeah, you had to have known somebody was going to have a straight, man.
Yeah, I was trying to be slick.
More than one person had a straight.
Alright, I'll put my ring on. Maybe that'll bring me some good luck.
Oh, man, Wonder Twins unite!
Form of a bucket of water.
An elephant.
Yes.
One is to do with water, the other one's an animal.
Curtis over there checking to see how many ladies were texting him.
Yeah, I think that's what he's doing. Checking his little black book over there. So I'm sure, Curtis, you have some good ring rat stories, right? That you can share.
Oh, man. No comment, dude.
Oh,
no, I'm not. No way. When he hears that, man, I'm screwed.
That was worth a try.
I'll give you not a ring rat story, but I'll give you a story. When I wrestled in North Carolina, it was remember the guy that had the power plant for WCW, the Sarge?
Yeah, Parker.
Yeah.
Sergeant Parker.
Yeah.
Yep.
He had a
Buddy Parker, that was it.
He had a promotion in North Carolina. Called me up, wanted to come there. I wrestled Buckhouse Buck. You guys remember him?
Jimmy Golden.
Jimmy Golden. Correct.
Yes.
Great guy. Great guy.
Great family, yeah. Part of the Welches.
And I had my German Giant outfit, but I wore camo fatigues, German colored camo fatigues to come out in. And then I'd take them off and have my tights on. But the Sarge came out and said, you can't wear those. I've got another wrestler wearing camo out. Right. I was mad. I said, I don't care. His is a camo, and mine's a totally different color. Mine was black, red, and yellow. You know, so Tracy Smothers, the new Doink the Clown that took over Matt's spot, was there. Tracy Smothers, Doink the Clown. And remember the Barbarian?
Yep.
He was there. All 4 of them took up for me, man. I told him to lay off. He can wear what he wants to. So they took care of me, man. To be a greenhorn, that I had no idea what wrestling was. I was thrown into it. I was just having a ball. I was lost in the moment. I really didn't catch on to the business part of it. But those guys really took care of me, man. Really took care of me.
Apparently, Cena would stop people from doing moves that look like his finisher.
Yeah, a lot of wrestlers do that, man. If it's even close, they'll tell the promoter, make the promoter come tell you.
Mm-hmm.
So that's what happened. I was getting dressed, and he was getting dressed. The guy that was, what was his name?
Yeah, so I was going to ask who's the other guy.
Corporal
Kirshner?
Corporal something.
Corporal punishment.
Or something. A real built dude come out like he was a Marine. He was on WCW
was he
for a long
African
time.
American?
No, a white guy. But he was in WWE. He was in WWE and WCW for a while, both of them. And I can't remember his name. But he was putting on camos, and he was a big whiner, everybody told me later. But he went and told Parker, and Parker come and told me. He wouldn't tell me face to face. That's what pissed the guys off. because he wouldn't whine instead of talking to us.
Well, like, what are you supposed to do? You don't have more than one outfit probably with you.
Well, he wanted me to come out
naked.
He wanted me to come straight out in my tights and not wear my fatigues.
Okay.
Yeah, and it took up for me.
And it's not like you guys were wrestling against each other either.
Yeah, I was on like third, and he was on like semi-main, stuff like that.
Nobody's gonna be like, "Oh, wait, there's two guys with camouflage.
Yeah.
I can't deal with this."
Yeah, they're totally different colors. What's going on? But stupid stuff like that happened all the time.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Curtis, one more card.
Yeah.
I think somebody's got that queen somewhere. And it's not me, so I'm gone. I bet you Curtis has it.
Man, if you ain't careful, though, ring rats will follow you town to town. That's all I can tell you.
Seems like nowadays, like most of the wrestlers are dating other wrestlers, which really didn't happen back in the day.
Well, it's because they're together all the time now.
Yeah.
Well, see, they didn't do that back in the day when I was wrestling. Wrestlers go different towns, different places.
Right.
And you weren't with them all the time. But now they're all together, traveling together, same shows together. When I was wrestling, you'd have so many people on this show, and then so many people on another show in another town. And they weren't all together like that, just wherever they see you.
This guy's walking up. Claw bones ready.
Oh, the hook guy left and we got replaced with a lifeguard.
I feel safer now.
Yeah, a little bit.
Dave, where's Boney at? I like Boney. He's weird.
Somebody walking around in a skeleton suit.
This is not a good hand. Or am I just playing poker? I don't know.
No, it wasn't a good hand until you got that 3.
What 3? I don't have a 3. But I am going to bid a little bit, make this a little bit more interesting.
I folded the 3.
I had a flush. Didn't have the 3.
Oh, well, that's even better.
Yeah.
There's Curtis's favorite. Here's Big Bertha. Alright, slowly losing my money here.
Did I ever tell you guys that I used to run a company to sign professional athletes to contracts and go out and find them, like, signings to do?
Oh, really? Cool.
Yeah. I had about 4 or 5 guys signed up with me, mostly former players. But I did get to speak to, like, some people. I spoke to Dale Murphy, and I've spoken to Dana Barros about it. Basically, what I do, they sell these books that has people's addresses in it for people who, like, send cards out to players and get autographs. Mm-hmm. So I would send these guys letters about, representing them, and they would call me. And I had Donnie Green. He was part of the Electric Company, the Buffalo Bills offensive lineman. He blocked for OJ. I had a Philadelphia Eagle player who played from 65 to 73, Al Nelson. Most of the guys you never really heard of, but I did have Skip Lockwood. He was a baseball player for the New York Mets. And he played 1 year with the Seattle Pilots, so he was kind of famous for that. Willie Ellis, Chiefs, used to have the single-game rushing record. Then that got broke by, I think, O.J. Simpson. And then, Bill Swaggart, he's part of the '83 World Series team for the Orioles. I got to wear his ring. So, but it was kind of fun to just talk to them. Mostly I just sat down and got to talk with these guys and hear their stories. Just a great time, especially a guy like Donnie Green. I met Donnie. He was living in a homeless shelter in Maryland.
Wow.
And I asked him, I was like, how did you end up here? And he's like, well, 2 ex-wives and a drug problem. And I was like, that'll do it. But he had some great stories about OJ and Bubba Paris from the Colts playing against them. And the guy was just huge, but he was so nice. He just passed away, I found out a couple years ago.
Oh, wow.
But so basically what I would do is I would find them autograph shows or card shows to go to, and then I would take part of the profit. And then I would also sell autograph merchandise of them on my website and give them part of the profit.
Mm-hmm.
So,
well, that's a good idea.
Yeah, it was. I used to run a card store, and we always wanted to have a signing, and we can never, we can't afford any big guys. That's almost $1,000 right there at least. But we got in contact with the NFL Player Association, and they got us in contact with Al Nelson. He only charged us like $150 to come down. So then I got to talking to him, and he's like, I always wanted to do one of these, like, signings. And I was like, maybe there's a business for getting players who normally don't have this opportunity, and stores that, don't have a lot of money, but would like to have somebody come in.
Right.
I kind of started doing that. I would usually only find the guys like one thing to do a year, so it wasn't really that profitable. But it was just fun just to talk to the guys.
That would be cool.
Yeah, it's cool, like driving down the road. And I remember where I was driving down the road when Dana Barros called me. Played, I don't know if you guys remember him, former Celtic in Seattle Supersonic.
Yep.
Yeah, he calls me on the phone, and I'm like talking to him, and I'm like, holy cow, I'm talking to Dana Barros. I mean, how cool is that? I had one current player at the time, Matt Krenchik. He was a Steeler practice squad player, then actually played one playoff game with the Giants. He was a tight end at Penn State. But that was the only current player I had. Everybody else was like a former player.
25 Perez in the house, listening to stories. Welcome, 25 Perez. It is Poker Chromie night. We got about another 15 minutes left on this thing.
There's a time limit on Poker Chromies?
Hotbox has been running. It usually run for about an hour.
Yeah.
That's about
all I can handle with you guys. I gotta leave.
Stealing my lines over here.
Gotta be quick, Dave. Gotta be quick.
Darn it. Not bad. I'm sure there's a bunch of, like, you know how there's A-listers, B-listers. Like, I'm sure there's a bunch of C and D-list athletes that are wanting to do that,
Yeah, we would have the guys come to our shop occasionally. We would get people in to get autographs. And, I mean, Al Nelson used to have the NFL record for the longest time, for the longest return of a missed field goal for a touchdown. He had a record of 101 yards, and then it got broken by Devin Hester, who I think did like 107.
Yeah.
But here's a guy famous for that, that nobody else would really know. And what was cool was for Christmas, I found a couple of the guys. I found Monday Night Football games of them and made DVD copies for them so they could show their grandkids and stuff when they were playing.
Nice.
Oh, cool.
Because back in the 70s, there's not hardly any VHS, so there's tape traders out there. And I got some Monday Night Football games with the Bills and Eagles, so Al and Donnie could show their kids what they looked like when they were playing.
So why'd you stop doing that?
I felt bad because I wasn't making any money for the guys, really. Donnie would still call me like every year after I quit, He's like, hey, man, did you find anything? And I was like, Donnie, I quit doing it. But he just wanted to talk and stuff. He was a great guy. I really miss him. But he was like 6'5", 300. He was like the first big 300-pound offensive lineman in the 70s.
Wow.
And he was just so intimidating. I mean, I'm 5'11", and I'm standing a guy who's like 6'4", 6'5", 330, 340. And especially I'm visiting with him in a homeless shelter, But He was really good.
I'm sure there were a bunch of guys in that area too, like PA.
Yeah. Of course, I asked him. I was like, "So, do you think OJ did it?" And he's like, "Because come on, you got to ask him that." Here's a guy who played with OJ. You know, he even got OJ bought all of his offensive linemen gold bracelets when he broke the single season rushing record. So I asked him, and he was like, "Yeah, probably." But he was like, he was talking about Nicole, and he's like, she would go out of her way to flaunt other men with OJ just to make him jealous.
Oh, yeah.
Not that condoned anything, but, you know.
7 high straight. Yeah, Mookie Betts, 13 years. Since he in the know.
Yeah, I thought he signed today.
Yeah, I got the alert that they were talking to him, but I didn't know that they actually signed it.
Yeah. I see that right before we go online.
Yeah, 13 years. We were talking earlier that they gave him the deal that Harper didn't want. I actually think Mookie's better than Harper.
I still can't imagine giving somebody 13 years. That's just asking for trouble.
I mean, wouldn't you rather save that money and use it to pay your young guys getting ready to come up?
Mookie's still young. He's only like, what, 26?
Yeah,
but you could sign 3 or 4 of like Seager and Lux and all Muncie and all these guys coming up, young guys, Bueller and stuff. I'd rather have 3 of those guys than 1 Mookie Betts.
Well, they're definitely going to sign Bueller.
You got to pay more for their prime, I guess. You got to give them some time after their prime because you're not going to get them just for their prime. You have to pay them extra for the later on years too.
Right. Well, they better win a World Series with Mookie, or that's going to be a major bust.
Yeah, well, Kershaw's coming off of his deal, so they're going to lose that money because he's not going to be around too much longer. And then they're going to give Kershaw money to Walker. Bellinger just hit arbitration, so they're going to have to pay him either next year or the year after.
What about Seager? When's he coming up?
Seager's
Or do you think they'll let him walk?
They might let him walk.
Yeah.
I think he's playing
for
his...
really good... I was just going to say, they did a really great job of building up their farm system.
Mm-hmm.
Whoever's in charge of their farm system deserves a raise.
Yeah, well, they had plenty of offers, and they had guys that they said we are definitely not getting rid of these guys.
Yeah.
Well, that's what a lot of teams are doing, or they were doing before all this stuff hit, was building up their farms now.
Got you.
Well, that might be a little bit tougher now if they're going to start getting rid of minor league teams.
Yeah, that's the bad part. But, like, get rid of single A, get rid of double A. I think they need to keep at least triple A around. As long as they have the major league team backing, you know?
Yeah. That's going to cut a lot of baseball players.
Yep.
You know how many? You know what that's going to do, though. That's going to cause a ton of independent leagues.
It
well,
should.
I mean, like where I live, I'm only 30 minutes away from like 2 different independent league teams, so I go and watch games a lot. That's part of the Atlantic League up here on the East Coast.
Yeah, it definitely should. Whether or not people are going to watch it or they'll have the ability for people to watch it is a different thing.
Yeah.
And a lot of those guys might go overseas too,
Well, that's true too.
So I think Japan limits how many foreign players you can have.
Right. Yeah, you're going to have so many on team. Same as in basketball.
Right.
You're going to have so many. Korea's the same way.
How did you get 2,000 chips, Curtis?
You all would pay no attention.
What'd you do? Steal them? See, I should have sat beside you. You're stealing my chips.
I went all in. I went all in, and two people followed me.
Okay.
Yeah. He was like, "Hey, what's that?
Hey, what's that? Snatch.
Is that Elvis in the other room?"
Where's Don Rickles, the pit boss, when you need him? That was a good movie. I just watched that a couple weeks ago, Casino.
Yeah.
Yeah, good movie.
Kind of like that. I'm going back and watching Soprano episodes now because I just signed up for HBO.
Oh, you have HBO Max now?
No, I just got the regular HBO.
Yeah.
For some reason, I think I accidentally hit something on my Amazon and it ordered it for a month, so...
No, jeez.
I figured, well, I'll sit back and watch, a bunch of old Soprano episodes. Because you forget, what kind of happened. It's so long ago.
What'd you have, Dave?
Good
What
buddy.
is that? Oh, did you? At the 10-4, good buddy.
I see you, Danny, but I figured you were talking to Cincy because you
That's
pulled
usually
it.
what
Yeah,
happens.
Danny likes to get on people's stream and talk to other people. The actual host.
Pick up the phone and call somebody.
He said he pulled a Pete Rose auto and a Darren Dalton auto.
Oh, who did?
What packs you opening over there,
Who pulled a Pete Rose out of?
Danny? That's a big card for 9-year-old pockets.
Yeah, no doubt.
He's only 9 years old?
Yeah.
Oh. Does he even know who Darren Dalton is?
It says it right here on the card. Darren Dalton. He was good with the Phillies. I like Darren Dalton.
He was.
He was tough.
Him, Wild Thing, Lenny Dykstra, John
Yeah.
Cook.
It's a wild team.
Oh, I love John Cook, man. I love John Cook.
Yeah. Especially when he faced Randy Johnson in that All-Star game.
Yeah.
That was great.
He turned his helmet backwards and everything.
Good old One Nut.
Yeah. That was a good team.
Yep, just ran into a little bit better Blue Jay team with a little bit more luck.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think that's more what it was.
Yeah.
I was in Hawaii, still in the Army in Hawaii, and we were doing field exercises for 30 days up in the mountains, up top of Hawaii, during that game that Carter hit it out to win it. We were listening to it on the radio up there, up on the mountain, listening to it. Everybody went crazy. And I was like, wow, everybody was just cheering, going off. It was fun.
It didn't even look like he hit it that great.
No. That was the Blue Jays' first championship, wasn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
I remember Kelly Gruber was one of the players that called me, and Kelly Gruber was third baseman on that team for the Blue Jays, and he told me they got so many death threats after they won the World Series. He couldn't believe it. You know, like a non-American team winning a World Series. It's like the worst thing in the world to some people.
Uh-huh.
Even though almost all of them are all Americans, but...
Yeah.
Yeah, imagine that. After they went back-to-back, how many they got? That's crazy.
Yeah. Kelly Gruber was a good ball player, too, a good third baseman.
Mm-hmm.
He's like, I remember talking to him. He's like, nobody would remember me. And I was like, I remember you. I was not even a Blue Jays fan. I knew who Kelly Gruber was.
If you're
Yeah,
a baseball fan.
Yeah, I like Gruber.
Yeah. I mean, he was a tough, good third baseman, good glove, and a good bat,
Got the auto out of a Pete Rose blaster. I don't know what that is.
So that well, they had those Pete Rose blaster boxes where you got an autograph in every one.
Oh, nice.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it might have been that. That's the one I sent you, Dave.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, they did the showcase still.
How much you want for that auto there, Dave?
You can buy those boxes, I think, for like $25. we're guaranteed one autograph of him in there.
I'll see if I can find one, Curse.
They're really, he's really coming up on cards and stuff now. I believe he'll be in the Hall of Fame soon.
I don't think so. I think it's the one thing you cannot do in baseball. You cannot bet on baseball.
Well, when the steroid guys start making it in, that's when he'll make it in.
Yeah, that's not happening anytime soon.
Cheating's cheating. They're real close. They were real close to last year.
We already had a cheater in the Hall of Fame, Gaylord Perry. Nobody mentions Gaylord Perry.
Vaseline, little Barbasol. Remember that Major League?
Mm-hmm.
I think it's a shame Gaylord Perry's in, and everybody's upset that Barry Bonds did steroids. You know. And then if you really want to go with betting, if you let Pete Rose in, you gotta let Shoeless Joe Jackson in.
Yeah. You gotta let all those Black Sox in.
Like seriously, are we gonna start banning everybody that drinks Gatorade or has breakfast before a game? Like it enhanced your performance. You woke up today. Like, what's the limit?
Right. I mean, back in the '70s, all the guys were taking greenies.
Look at this.
For energy.
Yeah, look at this pile there.
Yeah, these guys know we only have 1 minute left, so they're all going all in.
They got me on the... Looks like he didn't get me. Thank you.
Right, one more hand here, everybody. We got one more hand to go, and then we're going to get out of here. Appreciate you guys hanging out with us on the Poker Chromies tonight. I know, Doggy, I'm not happy about it either, but we got to go.
He's not happy, we're leaving. Alright, we going all in on this hand?
Last hand, might as well.
Okay.
I mean, no.
This is the last hand we're on YouTube.
Yeah.
Here we go, Big Kurt pushing in. Big Kurt just calling instead of pushing in.
Oh, we're supposed to... Oh, my bad. I'll push all in next turn. Of course.
So she would take me to the doctor tomorrow this morning.
Waiting for this guy to figure out what he's doing here.
Well, he likes war.
He's going in too.
Oh,
he knows it's the end game.
Big Kurt.
Alright, here we go.
Let's see. Oh no. Big Kurt with ace-10. Come on, 8-6.
Come on, ace-10.
Come on, 10. Come on, 5.
Oh, ace.
Yeah, that was not good. Good job, Kurt. All right, everybody. Thank you for joining us today on the Poker Chromies. Hope you enjoyed listening to us complain about Mookie Betts getting 13 years and however many millions of dollars he got. I'm happy about it. I don't know about everybody else, but appreciate you guys. Thank you for joining us.
Mookie Betts needs somebody to represent him. Please give me a call, Mookie.
Yep, do it, Mookie. We can get you in.
I had a pleasure taking all y'all's money.
All right, guys. You have a good night, and we'll see you in a few hours. Bye.